top of the morning bay with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
Namaskar.
वनकम,
Namaskara.
खुशामदीद,
Assalamu alaikum.
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకు అందరికీ వందనములు.
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जनेन्द्र,
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे या अली मदद.
मौला अली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजी बंदरों को बोलेंगे नीसा मुला बरजान। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे। मैं से फालतू बाबा
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally mastani. Marvelous Monday to all of you, Bandajan.
That's right, Bandajan. And of course, आपको बोलने की of course this is Good Morning Bay, जहाँ पे आपको मिलेगा local news, views, reviews and everything, Bandajan, including our traffic updates coming up right now. Yes, तो क्या हुआ? What if it's COVID shelter in place? Day number 98. People don't care about. People are on the roads already. Yes, but the traffic is getting, kind of busier by the day. And we will see. It's almost like close to 900 days of our shelter in place, Fadwani. And by the way, Bajan, Radio is going to do a special 100-day celebration. I don't know about celebration, but definitely 100-day recount of COVID shelter in place, Bajan. So here is what I'm going to do, Bajan. This is quickly a look at what's happening on the road. So, Raste ka haal, DJ ka aapke liye pesh hai. Total sustenance.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Well, Bajan, 30 jagah pe you already see that congestion happening at different places right now. But congestion to do, but of course, majority of the freeways actually are running open and free. In other words, not much of congestion happening in different places. Bridges pe to already hai, probably because of the, I think, partial opening of the economy and everything. Bajan. Let's see what advisory we have coming up right now. Some highway advisory on 92 eastbound at west of San Mateo Bridge Toll Plaza. There's the Hayward area actually. There's a highway advisory there. Watch out for that. Drive very carefully. And let's see. We also see some kind of accident which has been reported just now on 101 northbound east of 3rd Avenue in San Mateo. Watch out for that. But apart from these two alerts I have right now, Bajan, nothing else to report for you guys. The freeways are looking empty. People are still sheltering in place. But you should understand one thing. Economy is open to a certain level, but it is very cautious. The second wave is supposed to be coming in. People are kind of concerned about that, so watch out for that. There also is, let me look at the weather right now, Faltwani. The weather currently is looking like pretty nice, right? It's clear skies and everything.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty hot today, in the 90s.
No, really?
Yes, it's going to be in the 90s. So sunny also going to be. It's going to be sunny. Currently, I think it's like 66 and all, but it's going to increase by 30 degrees.
Wow.
There's nothing compared to what happened in Siberia, Faltwani.
What happened in Siberia?
One of the towns in Siberia experienced 100 degrees.
Kya?
It's almost 30 degrees more than what generally they would experience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of thing, by the way. Global warming, Banjan, we don't know what it is, but we'll blame it at that one, okay? And Abhi Kile Banjan, this is the Kanaya Kida for you guys, which I got for you. I'm saying that don't worry about the COVID, show it, move it away. Let's go ahead and listen to this song, which will tell us to just have fun, right? Live life to the fullest.
Right.
Yeah, but be cautious. Don't just go say no mask on. They'll throw you out. Like what happened to Walmart. Oh, I'll talk about it when you come back, Banjan.
थॉमस एडिसन की थ्योरी को याद कर अरे थॉमस एडिसन की थ्योरी को याद कर बल्ब जगा दिमाग का टाइम ना बर्बाद कर थॉमस एडिसन की थ्योरी को याद कर बल्ब जगा दिमाग का टाइम ना बर्बाद कर ये फार्मूला भाई करता जा तू ट्राई ये फार्मूला भाई करता जा तू ट्राई पॉजिटिव टूटे दिल के पुर्जे जोड़ के पुर्जे जोड़ के पुर्जे जोड़ के फिकर भुला के डांस कर बाकी रप्पे जोड़ दे देसी या फिर डांस कर बाकी रप्पे जोड़ दे फिकर भुला के डांस कर बाकी रप्पे जोड़ दे देसी या फिर डांस कर बाकी रप्पे जोड़ दे के फोन से किस्मत को कॉल कर अरे ग्राम बल के फोन से किस्मत को कॉल कर मैं कभी ना हारूंगा काट दे ये बोल कर हौसला दिखा दे कहते हैं इरादे हौसला दिखा दे कहते हैं इरादे बी पॉजिटिव आंसू सारे बकेट में निचोड़ के बकेट में निचोड़ के बकेट में निचोड़ के फिकर भुला के डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे देसी या फिर डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे फिकर भुला के डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे देसी या फिर डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे
And of course, budget sounds very similar, right? पर है नहीं बलजान मैंने बस उसको ऐसे मैच कर दिया था. Well, Father, did you know about the case happened in not case actually that particular viral video going around about Walmart, one of the Walmart security guys blocking a guy who tried to enter Walmart without a mask.
No, I've not seen it.
Oh my God, such a scary situation.
Kya hua?
Guys, please don't do that. If at all a business or somebody tries to ask you to wear a mask, please wear, oblige. Don't do that like, oh, I don't care, don't do all those things. Just be mindful of people, right? They're just doing their job. The guy was doing the job. The guy was trying to, he was just trying to, Faltwani, I know what happened.
Yeah, what happened, Alto Baba?
We don't...
You're live on a different page.
Yes, we're live on a different page, Faltwani.
Yes, I
That's
should have
okay.
known.
Yeah. But okay, Balajan, right now let me tell you, agar sochte, what is live on different page? Where? What? No, it's actually on Geet Gata Chal. We're actually on that particular page. Here you go, check it out. Faltwani is very disappointed. Look at her shaking her head like as though, oh my God, what happened and all stuff. Because she's trying to frantically find it last minute and she's not able to find it. But you can always start a watch party on our radio DOTs, Faltwani. Don't worry about that. But of course, Balajan, right now let me tell you, we have to get into our headlines. Faltwani, what do you have headlines for us today? She's still trying to organize herself. Okay, Faltwani, that's okay. Well, so make sure that, when you go to a business, look for a particular sign which says that they are COVID ready, one thing. And if at all they ask you to use sanitizers, wear gloves or wear mask, please oblige. It's just that's for public safety. It's decency demands, I guess. So please oblige them for this. So right now, Faltwani, I'm only waiting for you right now. Are you ready? With the headlines?
Actually, you know what? Yes, Alto Baba.
Let's go for the headlines. And Balajan, this is what goes off as headlines these days. Faltwani, headlines, please. Well, Balajan, please hold on. Faltwani is getting ready.
Well, New Yorkers are now able to get haircuts, dine outdoors, but cases are soaring in the other states. President Donald Trump wants to move on, but the coronavirus is surging in parts of red America. Gilead is targeting 2 million remdesivir courses by the end of this year. South Korea is saying that it's battling its second wave of the coronavirus. Kamala Harris is seen as a clear frontrunner to be Joe Biden's running mate. Apple is going to be updating developers, indicating a possible signal split from Intel. Indian and Chinese commanders hold parley on the border and are amid growing calls to boycott the Chinese goods. So more on all these coming right up. It might feel like things are going back to normal, but the first wave of the coronavirus still isn't over. Nearly half of the United States are reporting a rise in new cases, and some continue to break daily records. And in the South, more young people are testing positive for the virus. Yes, there's more testing, but health officials say that the rise in cases has more to do with behavior, that is not wearing masks, attending large gatherings, and elsewhere in the world, the coronavirus threat still remains. More than 7,000 Brazilians died of the virus in 1 week. And cases in Latin America
Money.com
have surpassed 2 million. Meanwhile, China and Germany have renewed lockdown measures in some areas as new clusters of cases emerge. And here, right here in the United States, our very own President Donald Trump wants to move on. About 120,000 Americans have now died from the virus, while the national number of daily deaths has declined in recent weeks. New confirmed cases are on the rise for almost half the country, including spikes in Florida, Texas, and Arizona, where the president is headed today. We saved millions of lives and now it's time to open up, President Trump said definitively Saturday night during his campaign rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Referring to an earlier estimate that found that there could be up to 2.2 million deaths if the country did nothing to contain the outbreak, he was saying that, we did great so far. But he spent months downplaying the virus when the health experts were imploring action, more and swifter action sooner. And those experts are now warning it's not time to act as if the pandemic is over. So that's why I think you are seeing right now increases in the number of states because everybody's back to a pre-pandemic mindset. Michael Osterholm, the director for the Center of Infectious Diseases Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota and the author of The Deadliest Enemy, Our War Against Killer Germs, said on NBC's Meet the Press. Well, while President Trump is talking about that, and while all of us saw, I don't know if everybody saw, but let's tell you the rally that he did at Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bandijan. Things are right now very tense in the White House. Although they try to dismiss it as, it was not a big deal. There were many photographs that came out of empty seats in the auditorium or in that stadium. Things are really, really tense there. After the president's disappointing campaign rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma over the weekend, which went on despite the coronavirus pandemic. 6 staffers working in Tulsa tested positive for the virus before Trump arrived, and the turnout was much smaller than expected. Campaign officials said that more than 1 million people registered for the event. In reality, fewer than 6,200 people showed up. Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump are reportedly quote unquote pissed at a Trump campaign manager, a source told CNN. The events of the weekend again raised concerns among some Republicans in the campaign that the re-election team hasn't adapted quickly enough to the shifting political landscape ahead of November. Now, there is something else that I was reading, which is a very interesting story, Manajan, which talked about why this campaign rally could have been, who is to blame, sort of, for this campaign rally not doing so well. So, guess who? They're actually talking about how K-pop fans actually ruined this particular rally.
What? Impossible, really?
Yes,
Why is
K-pop
that?
fans. They said that, I don't exactly know. Yeah, so K-pop fans are being credited with helping disrupt Trump's rally, and here's why that shouldn't be a surprise. They've helped South Korean stars dominate charts and break records on social media. Now some K-pop fans are claiming another victory, helping foil the United States President Donald Trump's return to the campaign trail. What they did, ahead of his Saturday night rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Trump had bragged that he got 1 million RSVPs, but when the arena didn't even reach its 19,000 person capacity, like I mentioned, only 6,200 people showed up. Many people online were quick to give K-pop fans and TikTok users at least partial credit for the low turnout prior to the rally. Yeah.
Not fair.
What they did prior to the rally, people on social media platforms, TikTok and Twitter, encouraged people to register to attend Trump's event and then not attend. So, one video with more than 300,000 views called on fans of South Korean mega group BTS in particular to join the trolling campaign.
I know BTS group. I know. Nice songs. You know, the Choro is BTS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what they've done, these are not the groups, it's the fans of those groups.
Yeah, the fans are the ones who always create the problem.
Yes, and following the rally, guess who rubs it in Trump's face?
Who is that?
Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh my God! Seriously, she probably would have been one of those people who actually
Yeah,
participated.
she actually said, more power to you guys. It's like, go Zoom generation, it seems.
She's part of it, right? So she probably is like,
Yeah.
I'm 100% she has a pseudo account. She'll go instead of that, not God.
Yeah, she tweeted at the Trump campaign manager Brad Parscale, who actually said, "Oh, there were so many RSVPs, we're sure." So then she says, telling him that he had been rocked by teens on TikTok flooding the Trump campaign with fake ticket reservations.
Oh my God! Fake news. Now this.
Yeah.
Fake tickets.
Yeah,
They should charge the money for them. Did
Yeah.
they charge them actually?
I don't know.
Do people pay for this kind of rally?
She actually, I don't know, man. I don't think they pay for these.
If they
I don't know.
pay, really, seriously, the biggest suckers in the world.
So what she says is, K-pop allies, we see and appreciate your contributions in the fight for justice too.
Very
she
good.
adds in that.
That's nice.
Yeah. So it's not clear how much of a role the social media campaign or the K-pop fans had in the low turnout, but Trump 2020 campaign manager Brad Parscale told CNN Sunday that leftists and online trolls who thought they had impacted a rally attendance don't know what they're talking about or how our rallies work.
Yeah, they really are expecting North Koreans to come up with their own K-pop.
Yeah.
It'll be N-K-pop.
What is that?
North Korean K-pop.
Yeah.
North Korean pop.
Oh, I was reading somewhere that, in the conspicuous absence of Kim Jong-un, his sister has now started taking a very active role
Yeah.
in the administration of the country. And she's like, in even that South Korea, North Korea standoff that's happening right now, everything. They even burned that, what do you call that bunker with that thing that they had where they would have the mediation office or whatever. They burned it down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, speaking of South Korea, Banajan, one news item that's coming out is that South Korea is battling the second wave of the coronavirus. Health authorities in South Korea said for the first time on Monday that it is in the midst of a second wave of the novel coronavirus infections around Seoul, driven by small but persistent outbreaks stemming from a holiday in May. The Korean Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, KCDC, had previously said South Korea's first wave had never really ended. But on Monday, KCDC Director Jong Yun-kyung said it had become clear that the holiday weekend in early May marked the beginning of a new wave of infections focused in the densely populated Greater Seoul area, which had previously seen fewer cases. In the metropolitan area, we believe that the first wave was from March to April as well as February to March, Jong said at a regular briefing. Then we see that the second wave was triggered by the May holiday that has been going on.
But I thought South Korea actually had a grip on it, right? Didn't they?
They did.
They were
They-
the first people to actually have a control on the
Yes.
contact tracing and everything.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Wow, even they are having a second wave?
Well, because people in May, they had a holiday and people did not follow all the guidelines that they were supposed to follow.
Yeah.
And right after that, it peaked at more than 900 cases in one day in the first large outbreak of the coronavirus outside of China. An intensive tracking and testing campaign reduced the numbers to single digits by late April, but just as the country announced it would be easing social distancing guidelines in early May, new cases spiked, in part by infections among young people who visited nightclubs and bars in Seoul over the holiday weekend. So they are worried about that. And, speaking of what's going on in South Korea, there's something else that South Korea got involved on the political front. They're saying that, John Bolton, who's written the memoir on the Trump-Kim summit, right? He's written the tell-all book, so to speak, about the Trump presidency and him.
Yeah.
They're saying that in his memoir, the Trump-Kim summit is kind of distorted. Accounts by former U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton of discussions between leaders of the United States and the two Koreas in his upcoming book are inaccurate and distorted, South Korea said on Monday. Bolton gives details in his book of conversations before and after three meetings between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, including how their second summit in Vietnam fell apart. You remember Trump abruptly left the summit?
Yeah.
Well, the book quoted the room where it happened a White House memoir, is scheduled for publication on Tuesday, but media outlets have released some excerpts. Reports have cited Bolton as writing that Moon, who is keen to improve relationships with North Korea, has raised unrealistic expectations with both Kim and Trump for his own unification agenda. And it does not reflect accurate facts and substantially distorts facts, South Korea's National Security Advisor Chung Yu-jung said in a statement referring to Bolton's description of top-level consultations. Chung did not elaborate which specific areas South Korea saw as inaccurate, but said that the publication set a dangerous precedent. So, some interesting news there also. And speaking of coronavirus testing and all that, everything wherever it's going on all around the world. In fact, there is a news item that I was reading today which talked about one of the biggest problems with coronavirus, battling the coronavirus, is the fact that there is no proper global leader emerging who is tackling this properly. So, or there is no unified front.
Yeah, but also what's scary about, I think you talked about, right? Initially it was only a few states, 5 or 6 states. Now 12 states in America actually have reported increase in the surge actually in coronavirus, what do you call them, cases.
Yeah, exactly. So people are saying the
12
first wave
states.
itself is not over. What are we talking about a second wave? It's not over in many places, and people started reopening even before. And it's in a lot of the red states that this is happening.
You know, I don't know. Everybody have a different opinion on this. My opinion about the second wave or the first wave, I understand some places are much safer than the other places, but then again, the virus is a virus. It can travel in different ways, right? I think everybody should have a uniform way of opening, actually.
Yeah, and you know, there was another, I was catching Michael Krasny just a few minutes ago, and he was talking about how, you know, there is an article that a professor, a doctor in Italy has come out with and has said that he's saying that really there's no way to contain this virus.
Probably.
And
yeah.
he's saying that it's just about building immunity, and it's not going to be as lethal if you just followed the social distancing protocols.
That's true.
To an extent.
Yeah.
It'll automatically die out. There's
Yeah.
really no and what he says is you know, we just have to be careful about sheltering in place, and
Yeah.
we got to make sure that it's a matter of time. You can't like live in fear, and you can't just shut everything down.
I caught that news on Fox. You must see how it is, the way it's worded.
They distorted it.
Not distorted. They present their perspective, saying that all what's happening at this city, and that's what's going to happen. You know?
Yeah.
Media always does all this about it. So we make sure we give you all the right kind of information you require on our news blog, mediamahima.com. We try to make it as unbiased as possible because we report it through the right sources, Reuters, and also we go to BBC and other places. So we have a place where you can actually find those most important news items for you guys, which will get your day started on mediamahima.com.
Right, and of course, there's one virus that won't go away, at
What is
least
that?
for Russia. Or I shouldn't say virus. Well, he's a Russian supreme leader, Vladimir Putin, and he is looking. In a recent interview, he hinted that he's going to run for the premier of Russia again.
Oh.
Yes, and if a series of constitutional amendments allowing him to do so are approved in the July 1 referendum.
I thought they approved already.
They hadn't approved it. It's gone to referendum, and if it gets approved, then he can run n number of terms. It doesn't matter.
See, China is a leader that way.
But otherwise, yeah, Xi Jinping, they actually, what referendum? Whatever. It's like ridiculous. But he's saying that officially his term comes to an end in 2024.
Oh, 2024.
Yeah.
Lot of time.
Just like how Trump's term also will come to an end by 2024 if he gets
really?
re-elected. Yes, if. That's a big if. And I hope everybody will make the right decision. Anyway, let's see what... Okay, Kamala Harris has been seen as the clear front runner to becoming Joe Biden's running mate. Speculation about running mates could be wrong, of course. Ultimately, the choice is Biden's and Biden's alone, just as it was Barack Obama's call to tap Biden in 2008. But
Yeah,
Harris...
but I think Amy Klobuchar's statement was, I was not very happy with that.
I didn't like that. Who is she to like determine?
No, but she said like, oh, just because it's like a, oh, you got to find somebody of color. Come
No,
on, seriously.
come on.
That was not right, MEG. So, MEG calling her. Amy Klobuchar. So the thing is, I think she's a good candidate.
Well, I would still say Warren would be a better candidate.
Correct.
I still think that she's a better candidate.
Yeah, but I think, you never know. You're gonna have somebody who's.
He'll probably pick somebody who's not in any of these people.
Yeah.
I hope he does.
Yeah, probably he might even pick Rokhana. You never know.
Yeah, no, he's gonna pick a woman. He said.
Oh really? He said already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is that Apple Inc. today will hold its annual conference for software developers, rolling out new features in its operating systems for iPhones and iPads, and possibly signaling a departure from the Intel Core's almost 15-year run supplying Mac computer processors.
Oh,
so, yeah,
interesting.
We will bring you that update right here, Banjan, as and when that becomes available. And finally, of course, from India, there's news. If you want Bollywood news, rumors of Sushant Singh's Rajput's dog, Fudge, passing away is not true. So they're asking people to stop making such stories
Oh
up.
really?
Yeah.
How mean? Why is they making such stories?
They said, I don't know, there was some story that came out about how his dog actually passed away from the, actor's absence and all that stuff. So if you want to catch up on that, you can go to mediamahima.com. And of course, Indian and Chinese military commanders held a second round of talks to ease tensions at their contested border on Monday as the public mood hardened in India for a military and economic riposte to China following the worst clash in over 5 decades. That's all we have for you on this morning's Good Morning Bay. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Don't forget to tune in then. Have a magnificent Monday.
अरे थॉमस एडिसन की थ्योरी को याद कर बल्ब जगा दिमाग का टाइम ना बर्बाद कर थॉमस एडिसन